All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night streaming on Twitch, the Twitch channel. Hold on. Oh, crap. I got stuff happening in my ears. Okay, there we go. We're better. It's me. I'm Hank. I'm back. We're finishing up the Trump animation that I've taken, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I haven't worked on it. I took part of the day off yesterday. I'm always working on some of my little projects. There's a ceaseless supply of loose ends that need tidying up usually. Let me transition there. Okay, cool. We got CNN in the corner and the Shrimp Squad looking good in the bottom right. Hey, Eve. Hello. Already in the chat. That's awesome. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you had a good day. Hope it was mostly in line with your highly revolved instincts. And there, that is my way of saying I hope it wasn't so stressful. So we're going to work on the Trump thing. What was I saying about... oh, yeah, I didn't do much on the animation yesterday. I did a lot of stuff with the stream videos, and I've actually already published 2 of them on my YouTube channel. I don't have a link on the Twitch video for it. If you search for Winners and Losers podcast or something, you'll find the channel. I haven't built out my Twitch graphics, and there's a whole bunch of Twitch stuff that I need to do, like abouts and links, and working on a better chat integration into the stream. So yeah, just a whole ton of stuff to work on. And every once in a while I realize I need to take a freaking break and pull back a little. That's what they used to call like part of the week. And it's hard. I've genuinely been surprised by like finding out it's not Wednesday. That's happened a few times the last few months. So it's weird. It's a weird, warping, strange time, especially if you're spending a whole bunch of time inside like I have been. So today in the news, our brave leader destroyed the plague. Put it on the board. USA 1, plague 0. Take that, plague. You think you're better than us? You think you can infect the lung tissues of millions of people worldwide and millions around America, killing 210,000. Well, guess what, pal? You finally met your match intellectually, emotionally, and, well, what's worse, Plague or Donald? The combination's pretty bad, I would say. Both of these, well, I mean, is natural disaster really the right term? Trump as president is an utter horrifying nightmare for anybody, for any society. Eve says, taking breaks is good. I agree, Eve. It's what we call in the caring about yourself business self-care, right? We all should be doing some self-care. That term is probably problematic for various reasons. Who the fuck? I don't know. So anyway, I got CNN on in the corner just in case something happens. Why don't we turn it up? Let's see what Donnie Lemon is saying about Donnie Donald, the COVID destroyer. It's not okay. There he is. Okay, now
they did not want to protect themselves, wear condoms, and all of that. When everybody got on board and they started doing it, the transmission rates went down. They also put into practice laws in certain places that people would face consequences if they knowingly or unknowingly expose someone to the virus. This administration, these folks, are exposing people to the virus recklessly, without abandon, not caring.
Get him, Don. Get him. Get him. He's right. He's right. It is amazing that these guys are causing this kind of chaos. The clear lack of regard for humanity or for other people, the sort of selfish, the fundamental selfishness of not just Trump, but conservative and consumeristic and any kind of ideology that's about satisfying immediate needs that doesn't include a systemic approach or a collective mindset, in my opinion, is missing most of the picture. Or, so there's ways to unpack that. But anyway, so yeah, it's really, really bad what they're doing. Trump is going to get a lot of people killed with this stunt. This is really one of the worser outcomes is him. Now look, this is also super early. COVID could go on and come back. It has kind of a couple of different phases from what I've heard. It can, at least I know that. And it may come back at him. So he forced his team to take him for a joyride yesterday. I thought that he had left yesterday. I wasn't paying super close attention. And then when I saw stuff, I was just like, oh my God, he's already leaving to go back. And people were weirdly outraged. And it turns out he was actually just circling the hospital so that he could go back to the hospital for one more night. But he needed to get out there and wave to people. Oh, sorry. I was trying to hide a burp and then I started talking before the burp went away. He just needed to get out this to wait. I don't know. It's so strange. It's so fucking crazy. And now today he pulls this stunt where he, marches out of the hospital and goes to the White House to film a sketch on the balcony. He's up there, standing up there filming a freaking comedy. No, it's not. It's kind of a comedy of horrors, I suppose. But he's up there doing retakes of propaganda, ostensibly to give the American people a message. But we're less than 30 days away from an election. He's using the White House. That's a violation of the Hatch Act. He's using the White House as a prop for his political career. So already that's disgusting. But we've broken that norm. That's not a thing anymore. It'll be if Democrats ever try to. Although I don't really. I mean, I do think it should be enforced. But it's pretty low on the list of stuff to worry about. So, yeah, it's bad. And the last thing I'm going to say, then I'll get to the animation. He is, if he stays in power, there's a scary chance of that happening. Even a 1% chance of that is terrifying, but it's probably quite higher than that. They're going to lean into herd immunity. I don't expect any vaccine to be properly distributed or, the vaccine might change this. they're going to claim they have one before the election, or at least they seem to be wanting to. They pulled back a little on that, although I think Trump said something today about there's going to be vaccines coming up, which is, no, you can't trust any of that. It's just nonsense. But if the longer version of vaccine development takes place, meaning they can't develop them over the course of a year or two, or, you know, maybe saying, like, if it's not a super speedy, successfully distributed outcome process, herd immunity is the default response or strategy. It actually means not doing anything. That's like trying to put out a small fire in a house. Serious fire. All fires actually are quite serious, even small ones. And then it just burns down the whole place. And you're like, well, that's our strategy. Just to let it, we're doing ash everywhere. That's the strategy. Now there's no more house. The fire's out. Herd immunity will kill between 5 and 10 million people or more. Because I think you need to get something around 60 to 70% infection rate. And that means there's a 2%-ish, 1 to 2%-ish death rate of 2/3 of the country. And then you also have, which was what, 220 million-ish people? Somewhere right there. 220 million people dealing with the long-term effects of this virus. I don't know what the research says quite yet. I'm not sure anybody has the full picture because we just don't have enough data yet. But it's looking like this thing can have lingering, lasting issues with lots of people who have it. So herd immunity would be devastating, and one of even worse crimes against humanity that these people will inflict on their own citizens, the party of life. And so if that happens, it's going to be even, well, obviously a lot worse. But what you're going to see is they're going to start making getting COVID a patriotic act. Guaranteed. I'm predicting this. Trump and his psycho base, the radio hosts and the podcast hosts and all their sort of, megaphone army that is so much easier for the right wing to wrangle because they all just line up quite easily behind the messages of the day. That's what part of the reason their viewers and supporters are always so seem to be so easily swayed is because the messaging is so much more disciplined on the right. You're going to start hearing people speak, and maybe this will come up and then it'll kind of get kicked down a little hard because there might be a severe backlash, but you're going to be hearing people talking about getting COVID as a patriotic duty. Get it over with. Trump survived it. Look how great he did. He did just great. Of course, with like nothing but the best possible healthcare. Tons and tons of government, sweet government healthcare for him. So but what they're going to try to shame people who wear masks. It'll become shameful for you to not infect somebody or be unwilling to be infected yourself at a certain point of the herd immunity narrative. It's just even just saying it out loud, it sounds so unbelievable, honestly. But we're in the era of unbelievable being believable, the things that you couldn't have ever imagined. And I wouldn't put it past them to do that. I think people do something similar with like chicken pox, where they intentionally get their kids infected or something like that. Or, I think there are historical examples of this sorts of behavior. Although I would have bet that we'd see it. Maybe it would only be in small pockets, and maybe it won't be, because I'm sure as hell not going to participate in any of that stuff. But the politicization of this whole thing is one of the reasons it's so bad and so stressful, because we just know that we're trying to survive on a calamity, and we need to all work together to do it. And we know that millions and millions of the people we're trapped on this continent with do not care about other people, and they're listening to the wrong authority, meaning they're not listening to any scientific reasoning. They're lost. They're trapped by these cultish right-wing movements. And this would be scary if everybody had their shit together and the government was doing it right and we were doing it correctly. And we would still probably have to argue, like, when should a restaurant do a thing, or when there still probably would be plenty of gray area to have disputes about. But if everybody was on the same page in terms of trusting the science and accepting that you're gonna have to be adaptable to new science and new understanding and new data, and that you didn't have corporate monsters, looking for the best way to manipulate the system to raise their profits and all this other shit, it would be a horrifying time. Instead, we have circling dementors sucking people's soul energy up with their horrible policies throughout the entire thing, on top of it all happening during an election year, then a Supreme Court justice nomination, and the fucking New York Knicks are having a bad season. Can you believe it? I just threw it in there, so just to sound like one of the common folks. I have no idea. I think it's over. They played in a bubble this year, apparently, right? Isn't that like a basketball thing? I keep hearing about some bubble. All right, enough of the stuff. Speaking of bubbles, let's get into Trump here. I am actually going to put on a little background music, and let me know. Let's see. Eve are just chatting, and she says the historical examples are for diseases that are much less fatal during childhood than during adulthood. Right. Chickenpox being a decent example of that, right? Eve, as I've gotten to know her a little, she's been chatting. She is getting up a PhD, or she's a grad student in medical history. So if anybody should we listen to in this case, it should be me, because I'm the one with the microphone. So take that, Eve. No, obviously I'm joking. JK, of course. But that's great. What a privilege for us to be witness to Eve's knowledge and her ability to communicate the knowledge. And major thanks to spending all that money and getting yourself in horrible debt. Uh-oh, we got another guy talking. Video James, hey, bro. Every man I see in the world, I go, bro. And I nod at him. I go, bro. Like a baboon that had a bad morning. James says he got chickenpox as a kid intentionally. Parents wanted to get over it. Time to run now, though. Oh, he's playing a game. Phansmophobia. Okay, team is on. Getting chickenpox as an adult would be way worse from what I know. Yeah, it's called shingles, all right? Isn't it related to shingles? I've seen two adults that have had shingles, adult onset shingles, and they weren't roofers. Still got it. Still got the humor. No, but I have been with some people with shingles, and it's fucking terrifying. It looks like they're turning into the Toxic Avenger's girlfriend. It's awful. You're just here. It looks like you just get these patches of lumpy, boiling skin, like delicious pizza. All right, let me hit a little music here. I've been making some playlists, and these are going to kind of evolve slowly over time as we like. I like playing chill, relaxing. Here's some good piano-y shit, I think. Let's see here. But like there'll be some stinkers mixed in with some of this, and then I will at some point. Ooh. Nice string. Can you hear it? I have it on mute. Should be coming up. There you go. Eve, you know what to do. Let me know if it's out of whack. Let me know if it's if you're on if my voice is being drowned by the music a little bit. I'd rather music be a little too quiet than too loud. That's my preference. Okay. After Effects. Just pause for a moment. I got to get up and do a thing. Okay, I'm back. Eve gets a tuition remission and a stipend, so very little of my own. Oh, good. That's great. Glad to hear that. You fortunate for that, and there's a good bit of help out in the world. It should be all just be free as hell all the time because it pays off enormously, but I'm glad you don't have too much struggle with it. That's good. All right. I had to close the window. I realized it's weird. Like this is going out on the internet and I want people to listen, but then I get weirded out when I the very idea that a neighbor walking by might stop outside my window. My window overfaces like some stairs. It's okay. I don't know. I just get, if I think there's people out there listening, I can't concentrate. It screws me up. So here, let's turn the volume down on After Effects. Okay, so great. Music sounds fine. Thank you for letting me know. I am going to try to focus on this though. So probably after we do a little recapping in, just in case newer folks are watching or someone finds this on YouTube, they have like a sense for what's happening here. So yeah, you can get an idea from the video that Trump is distributing the virus everywhere. We have mostly done quite a bit of it. Like really there's just this last little chunk here, these 10 seconds here. So this is what I'm going to be focusing on. Where are we? Yeah, so from here on, yeah. I'm going to do a little more, I think, on this Biden shot here. I think it'd be fun to have, but yeah, okay. Yeah, that one should not be as big as it, okay. Let's keep it small. But actually, you know what? Let's just do it with this one here. I'm going to have it land on the microphone. And so, therefore, we do not want it to fade. It doesn't really matter since it's not. Okay. All right. Okay. It's got to get there much quicker. So we are going to have this go somewhere off like that. And we will make a different one on the microphone. Okay. It's got to come out a little earlier, actually, because it's got to travel pretty far. This is an important viri. This thing is a king destroyer. There we go, right there. Okay, I'll do. I'll have it come out. And then it's not a lot of frames, so open it up a little bit. Well, we want it to land. Oh, I know, because duh. See what I did is I turned off capacity fade on this one here. And this one we do not want it to fade, so it stays. Okay, and when we reactivate the virus, we'll see how long that holds while it's. It really goes right for it. I want it to travel up a bit, though. Yeah. It's ejected out of his mouth. Actually moves up faster than I'd like, but that's all right. I don't know a lot of time here. It'll be quick. Not everybody will spot it, but that's okay. All right. All right, so hands out. Yeah, that's right. That's what I decided. I've got to do a lot more here. So when he crosses his hands, I need to whip some viruses off of it. All right, let's see. We'll do 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Make these green, just because. So all 3 here. How did I miss that so badly? I thought I was on the right frame. It just makes me think I moved something without realizing it. That's why I'm questioning. See? Let me just make sure that the cut is still okay. I want to make sure this and this. Yeah, okay. All right, I guess I just had it in the wrong spot. For some reason I was. Okay. All right. These are all going to be pretty fast ones, too. Let's listen to Mary Trump talk to Don Lemon.
To him. So this president steamrolls his doctors into letting him return to the White House, where he immediately rips off his mask, starts walking around posing for propaganda videos. As a psychologist and as his niece, how would you characterize this behavior?
Totally in keeping with what I understand the kind of person he is. In some respects, it's as if he doesn't exactly have a choice. This is entirely my grandfather's doing. Because in my family, you were not allowed to display weakness, and being sick was considered weakness. By the same token, he subscribed to the doctrine of the power of positive thinking, so you could never admit that there was anything wrong. So it makes perfect sense to me that Donald, no matter how sick he may or may not be, would pull this kind of stunt and in a display of extraordinary weakness, in my view, attempt to convince the American people that he's actually strong.
Interesting. I mean, it sounds like Dale Carnegie, which became Norman Vincent Peale, which became The Secret, which became that. It's kind of is that what's at play here? That he can positive think his way out of all of this?
He believes he can. He absolutely believes he can. That's why he is no longer at Walter Reed. Although, let's be clear, he went from one world-class medical facility to another.
To another, yeah.
There is a quite well-stocked facility in the White House that will take excellent care of him. So, let's not pretend that he's just going home. He's going to the White House to continue to get the most excellent medical care that is not available to 99% of Americans. And he is going to, as you say, continue to infect other people, including the people who work for him.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of what you talked about, this positivity thing, you call it a culture of toxic positivity within the Trump family. What does that mean? Fred Trump, who is your grandfather, his dad, that's where you believe it filters from, but go on.
Yeah, because I think Norman Vincent Peale, the minister who wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, was influential with my grandfather in this sense that Peel's philosophy, if you want to call it that, fit in perfectly with my grandfather's way of dealing with the world. So everything was always great. Everything was fantastic. Everything was the best. And when you take it to the extreme that my grandfather did, it crowds out the ability to feel any other emotions. Like nothing else is acceptable. And that's a very dangerous environment in which to grow up, because it stunts your ability to experience the entire range of human emotion.
Can we let's talk about the family. Don Jr., Ivanka, Eric, they've all tested positive for now. And, you know, so it's negative.
Positive?
Excuse me. Negative,
Oh,
negative,
okay.
negative.
That would have been news.
That was my bad. All tested negative. But they were at last week's debate not wearing masks. They had been around him. They could have been exposed. How do you think they're all taking this right now?
I don't know. I imagine they're trying to figure out.
Mary, but just look at I just cannot believe the entitlement and can we put those pictures back up of them just sitting there with no masks on?
Right.
Like, what?
Well, I agree with you. The entitlement is breathtaking. But let's take a step back for a second and realize that these are adult human beings who are choosing to put not only other people, but themselves and their children, if they're going home to children, at incredible risk. For what exactly? Like, that's my question. For what? My guess is that my cousin's relationship with their father is entirely transactional, and I'm also certain that it's conditional, just as my grandfather's relationship with his children was. But there should be a line you're not willing to cross, right? So I'm not surprised that they don't care about the people around them who aren't related to them. It is a bit shocking to me that they seem to be perfectly willing to put themselves and their own families at risk.
But what is it, Mary, about this president that he is willing to put so many people at risk of a very dangerous and deadly virus? What is that?
He doesn't care. He has no empathy for other people. And we've seen this in the last few days. He is willing to lie to the American people and put who knows how many millions of them at risk by pretending that the coronavirus is not something to be afraid of, when it is. And it has killed in excess of 210,000 people because of his inaction, his willful inaction, in order to make himself look like a tough guy. That's dangerous. That's an understatement, but you know, here we are.
Dangerous, maniacal is maybe a better word, but I mean it's
well,
and unbelievable.
And let's be honest, it's mass murder, because he could have done something. You know, when between 60 and 90% of the people who are dead should not have been, because the policies that could have mitigated this disaster were not.
One sign you're probably not a very good leader and not doing a great job running a country is when your niece goes on an evening news program and says that you're committing mass murder. It's just a thought. Maybe there's a slight indication we're on the wrong course, that the niece, who is a person of sound mind and judgment, it seems, more or less. I mean, I might not like her taste in car. She might drive a
Joe Biden testing negative for the virus.
Dodge. I don't know what he's supposed to. Yeah, she. This is that's a pretty amazing thing to say. How that doesn't become news. Well, I mean, there's so many other horrors going on, but like we're normalized to that kind of stuff. All right, let's get back. I gotta focus and not get too distracted.
Listen to the scientists.
Frustrated that clothes come out of the dryer wrinkled? Next time, try.
would hang out longer, but it's pretty late. Yeah, have a good evening. You take care. By the time you're awake, I should hopefully have this freaking animation finished. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you watching. Take care. Be well. That last song was great. I'd put that in a playlist. Hell yeah. We're going to hear that one again another day. Let's hear it right now.
Never could have been thinking I would know what.
Okay, this nose bit I decided to do at the end there to keep him in the game, as it were. You know, he's relentless. He'll never give up spreading COVID, because you can't when you're infected, especially during the first week when your body is a COVID factory. All the more reason you should avoid endangering people. How many people is this guy going to get killed directly and indirectly? Although I don't even like to say indirectly, honestly. I think you could tie direct lines to America's neglect straight to Donald Trump. But you could also tie a lot of lines to lots of other comorbidities that exist as part of living in America. The number one being living in America, because you don't have access to health care here. You don't have access to an administration or a government that has its own people's best interests at heart at all. They want you to believe that, but they don't. So, there's the nose bit. It's a little too spread out. It's more of a cone than I would have, I think, wanted. I might, oh, Chris Wallace there. It's a little, I kind of wanted it to be like a stream out. So I'm going to sort of, see, I'm just going to kind of keep everything Coney 2012. Yeah, see, like there, that one goes wide too quickly. So I'm just going to make sure that our launch vector is roughly on this kind of little range right there. That's what I'm looking at. Music choices, how you liking it? Leave me comments. You know, I'm going to put this on YouTube, so people are probably going to watch more are going to watch on YouTube than live. Just like starting any business feels like. It's like opening up a store and you're just sitting around waiting for people to show up and be like, maybe we should do some marketing. All right, let's have a meeting and ruin. Okay, so, I am obviously changing songs and stuff. I'm trying to pick good ones, and some of them are a little cheesy. And, but this website I'm using, Epidemic Sounds, is great. It's got big selection, and it's copyright cleared, which is most important, but there seems to be quite a bit of stuff that we can eventually refine and get it. Yeah, so the left one is a bit better now. Looks like bees. So over time, I'll like make playlists of the songs I like, and it'll be an anti-cheese operation. Basically, I'm going to get rid of some of that cheesy shit. There's a fine line between cheesy and a lot of songs I like to listen to anyway. But you know it when you see it. It's like wedding pictures. You know it when you see it. Say, oh yeah, that's what I think it is. Oh, whoops, I could lock that layer, but. So I got this new game, Hades, and it's the perfect game for politicals because we're just hating everything. It says Hades, Hades, Hades all over. No, that's a terrible. That's terrible. That's not. So it's I don't think I'm gonna play it today. I wanted to. I'm just not really sure I'm up for explaining that much. I'm ready to be done with this. I'm not gonna even finish this one today either. But I'm going to switch over to a little Rocket League as just kind of like a finisher. Maybe that'll be like a thing. I don't know. We don't need to lock ourselves into exactly way of doing things right now with this whole project. But I have played a little bit of Hades, and it's a rogue-like game, which means it has randomly generated levels that you play over and over again in order to develop your character, and you're intended to eventually die. It's basically to see how far you can get. Good rogue-like games. I'm sure I'm missing the description a little perfect. You know, you can look up rogue-like, and it's kind of a specific genre. A lot of mobile cell phone games are rogue-like, like where you slash a lot. And so they can be kind of clumsy and silly, but like any genre of games, if there's a good story and they do a good job integrating everything, a roguelike is certainly something you can enjoy. I played this one, Space one, where you encounter. So it's sort of like there's different challenges and different levels. It's kind of like doing a chess puzzle where in the newspaper, if you have ever been a chess nerd like I was president of my yearbook team, president of my chess club team, senior year. Junior year, my brother was president because he was the older, and we were hierarchical. It was a hierarchical thing. So when my shrimp grow up, they will become chess kings. Actually, I should feed those little bastards. They deserve a little tasty taste. So let's do that real quick. But yeah, so I just finished Hades. I've really been impressed. It's like it's not confusing. It looks like it's complicated, but you kind of pick it up pretty quickly. And there's a progression system that's really interesting. It's got kind of quick graphics, and any one first glance at a game like that will look a little crazy and overwhelming. But once you play through it and just start there, see how it's more like streams coming out of his nose? Okay, that's good. So then I just need a few flying at Chris, and then we'll finish on what is the audio here. So I'm going to be playing some Hades on this channel, on the show, and I'm going to start a whole new game. I'm barely through it. Not meaning I've barely started my other one. I just wanted to sort of get a little feel, so it's not completely virgin going in with the streaming part of it. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope people watch it. I haven't played a new game in a while, and Hades seems like it might be good for streaming because it's even though it's beautiful, it's not like particularly resource intensive. It can run, my computer can handle it and stream it. I have a good computer, but it's definitely losing its the newer, like Horizon Zero Dawn just came out on PC. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be a big, those big open world sandbox heavily, or even the first person shooters where the graphics are pretty intense. My computer can handle most of that, but I'm far below like being able to run at high settings, ultra settings. So it's okay though. Maybe someday I'll be able to upgrade and be able to handle much higher intensity games. Computer resource intensity, I mean. But Hades isn't, so I can play it, and it looks like it has a lot of replayability, and there's a interesting story, and it's colorful, a lot of flashy lights. So maybe it'd be a good way to do some light gaming, and it probably works best. I'm trying to maintain most of my efforts on politics and animation stuff, and sort of fold it all together. And I'd love to have a community of people that like-minded, and maybe we have healthy discussions and we find stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it out and trying to get out of my comfort zone too, because I talk myself out of putting things out on the internet and putting things out there, even though it's all I've been doing for the last 10 years. So what the hell? Like, let's do this. And this whole monitoring the news and paying attention to shit is kind of fun too. Gives me a chance to keep up with what's going on. Oh, look, cute doggies. Oh my God. Doggies. Cute doggies. Let's listen to the commercial. Farmers. Okay, there you go. See? Had a little freak out on the internet. That's good. We always got to do that. Our ancestors, and by that I mean people who died before 2012, they got to freak out in private. Or if they freaked out in public, they just had a small circle of people that noticed it. Maybe if it was really bad, it got written up in the local library community newsletter. But nowadays, the minute anybody farts weird, a phone comes out and records it. So everything ends up on the internet forever, and that's just a torturous, horrible way to treat people, I think, honestly. I feel like the expectation of privacy that we're losing with data collection and with as much of it kind of voluntary, sort of just the zeitgeist of technology integrating into our lives more and more. And I'm probably over applying it because I live in this world of generally just being isolated, connecting in my head into a computer screen, a big monitor and 2 monitors, and it's probably not a healthy way to be. I don't remember what the fuck. Oh yeah, you got to have a freak out in private. So all right, let's just do the thought that I'm trying to land is privacy in the era of internet and online and everything. That's something that needs to be done or changed, or maybe just better understood, researched, because we are not in the same kind of privacy scenario as, you know, the past. I guess that's all I really got. All right, a couple of these close-up ones I need to blur. So all I'm going to do now tonight, I'm so close, but I just don't. I'll do the export tomorrow. I haven't eaten yet today, but let's actually let's turn up After Effects. Song just ended. Good time to pause it. I'll play some upbeat music too, by the way. I like this piano shit. I like the good, cool piano music. So as I develop the piano and like the kind of chill playlists, that's gonna get more better for everybody. The cheesy stuff is a bit distracting, but I'm also gonna do like a little more energetic music. I'm not big on like rock or sort of. I don't know. I just like stuff I can concentrate to. Okay, okay. We are. Oh yeah, I'm turning the volume up on After Effects so you can hear it, and we'll hear. Wait, that's CNN making noise. Oh, that's why we didn't get the dog volume. I don't know. I did something goofy with turning that dog volume. Okay. Volume's up. Let's see if we hear. We'll back up and let them.
Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test and had social distancing and.
So you were hearing it, right? Yeah, I wasn't hearing it through my earbuds. My connector is very old. I have these really nice Logitech speakers that were like cheap, but they're legendary. They were like 100 something. It's a subwoofer and two speakers, and they're like 10 plus years old. So they were They were like good speakers for their price at the time. But who knew these are like collectors? Like the used sets of the speakers I have for my computer go for like $200 or $300 now. And that's really unusual for kind of what normally is like a throwaway computer part. And I gotta say, I've appreciated these speakers quite a bit, but they sound wonderful for what they are. Nice fat little subwoofer, and I've had these things for years. But the connector is dying on me, so I don't often have confidence I'm hearing the proper sound when I play it through the earphones. And I'm using anyway, whatever. You get the idea. You know how shit just wears out, and then you go buy new shit that will also wear out, and eventually a dolphin will die somehow. Okay, let's listen to this.
I need it. Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test, and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to.
All right, we don't have time to wait for that to render. We're just going to skip past.
It's like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say this.
Vice President Biden.
The biggest mask I've ever seen. Like that's an insult. Like the juvenileness of it. I would expect that to come out of a dumb 7th grader. Anyway, okay.
It's like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say this.
Vice President Biden. Go ahead, sir.
Look,
that nose one's good. It's really fast. All right, so here. Oh God, I'm so damn close. This one's just gonna be kind of like menacing. These are like a school of tiny fish that are deadly. That are just like, they're brainless, but they're your equal. They will best you in the battle for your mortality. I don't know why don't I do that? Trying to copy it, being quick about it. Did it work? Yes, it did. Good. Okay, so I don't want this little faded cut. I could easily just fade it into. Let's just do that for the hell of it. I need to learn a lot more hotkeys for navigating this bottom. This actually 40. Big difference. Let's see. I don't need it to die off. It's such a short. So it should get smaller though. We'll go 4. Sometimes it sings right away, and I go, "That's the keeper." And then sometimes I obviously know it's not, and then sometimes I'm like, If I didn't have time to fix it, it's fine. I'm not sure why. If I can't tell what the fix it needs, and it's not that bad, it will easily stay in, and who's gonna notice any of this crazy friggin' shit anyway, you know? 0. Did it not? Oh, I forgot to activate the animation stopwatch. Okay. It's a timer stopwatch, I guess. That's what that icon is called. I hear different words in different tutorials. But I want them to start out blurry, camera blurry, 60. It's hardly enough to even notice. Let's do like 90 and have it. A strange motion to it, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. These things are really powerful, and you can do an awful lot with redirecting and orienting the Bezier handles and stuff and the anchor points. But you do it enough and you learn that they like to be, they're sort of a symmetry harmonizing. Like they play well. They perform best with each other when they're sort of equally lengthed and equally angled. You know what I mean? Like there's obviously lots of reasons why you wouldn't do that too. Of course, that's the whole point of the versatility of After Effects. But let's have a few just like fluttering around him now. So yeah, it's just every in the need of the moment. But the pen tool is very difficult. People struggle with the pen tool, which is doing all this crap. That's a very rough demonstration of what the pen tool does. But it took me years before I finally wrapped my head around it. I know it's one of those like harder learning things for beginners, setting out with Photoshop or Illustrator or After Effects and learning how to use it. There's a little pen tool in Premiere too, I guess. That could actually improve all that part of it. But okay, what am I doing? I want to start. So do I have the blur? I didn't want gauzy. See, that's why it's looking weird. I want camera blur. Camera lens blur. Nope, wrong one. It's this is nothing to do with anything at all right now. Delete gauzy blur. We'll go 90. See, now that looks too much. 70. Keep an eye on there. There it is. Okay. Wow. Whoa. And by there, I want it not blurry. Things go from the camera blur pretty fast, so let's just give it all. Okay. Second one is going to be a little one, 2. Oops, I don't know what I just did, to be honest. I was trying to type 2 here. Why is the opacity? Oh yeah, did. Okay. So this one is actually I want on screen when it cuts. You know what? I should have left that opacity thing. Okay. Where is it? It's... Oh, I turned off the handles somehow. Ugh. It's one of these. Transparency grid, it's not. Did I solo? No, what the hell? Okay, I just keep pressing undo. Weird. Internet. Don't know what to do here. Okay, have to. Let's layer the handles. I know there's H. Maybe it's H. I know that's the Premiere shortcut. Ah. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know what I did. I opened up the... You can double click on all this stuff and just have it open in its own window here. So now I can work on it this way. So this is just a frame of that, of the source file. This is basically just opening the video, double clicking on the video up here. That's essentially what that is. So we had, it was the layer open, not the footage. So now I have two of them open, but yeah, I wasn't on the composition, which is the, you know, the assembly table. Oh my God, look at Lindsey Graham here. Let's turn this up. Ah, missed it. Let's just see what they're talking about. Here we go.
And that kind of turned me off.
But Graham thinks most voters will ultimately reward him in his quest to keep the court and the Senate conservative.
You worry that voters may have lost trust in you?
No, not at all. I think people can trust me to be fair.
And Don, in my interview with Lindsey Graham, I asked him if he had any concerns with the president's handling of the coronavirus, whether the president should not have downplayed the virus as the president did by his own admission. Graham said the president was right to not create a panic, or in the words of Graham, not say that the country was going to, quote, blow up. And I asked him, though, what about having packed rallies, for instance, crowded White House events? He sidestepped that question, but he ultimately said that this virus came from China, not from Trump Tower. Don?
All right, Manu, thank you very much. So there's only weeks left until the election.
People can trust me. I've got more things to be trusted for than the black guy. I mean, my opponent. See, Donald Trump is a hero, and I'm a hero too, because I go golfing with him, and I go get the balls. I'm his four caddy. I run ahead, and when he hits the ball into the woods, I know. I go find the ball, and I know where it is. I say, Mr. President, sir, Mr. President, I found your balls. I got your balls right here in my hands, Mr. President. And then Mr. President says something evil, and I laugh at it because I'm a fucking suck up who doesn't have any integrity. I'm so spineless, I'd fit right in with the shrimp. Speaking of that, we got to feed these little bastards. I hate Lindsey Graham. He's a scumbag. All right, let's feed these shrimp. Let's put on some shrimp feeding music. Nice and quiet. What's a good genre? I don't know. I doubt. I have no idea if any. Oh God, how do I get out of here? Music. This. I don't know what this song is going to be. Signal to Noise. It's called. I don't want it to be too loud either, though. So. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, shrimp feeding time. Again with the fucking food. God, I can't believe that The government makes me do this. It sucks. Fucking minimum food laws. People should be lucky. Don't smile. Smiling when this is over. Great. Now I can't find the food. Will you sneak out and eat it? Huh? I bet you would. Someday. Someday. I don't need any of it. Yeah, I need to exploit your work. Ugh. Gross. Yeah. I need your value and your labor, otherwise I can't live the luxurious life that I have. But I would never tell anybody that. I don't want anybody to learn that. Here you go. Have fun. Eat away. You don't want to eat away all my profits. All right. Hey, everybody. We're back. How fun is that? I love watching those shrimpies eat. They're so cute. I love them so much. They never complain. They take anything I throw at them. And, you know, sometimes I forget to submit their taxes to payroll, you know. All right. Good. Fun times. Let's enjoy those shrimp. They're going to all go nuts on that thing pretty soon here. Okay, what am I doing here? All right, so I just want one goddamn virus flying around Chris Wallace. Is that too much to ask? It's gonna be over here. So we've already seen this shot once, so it's kind of like there's. I kind of want there to be a lot going on. All right. It's way too fast. Good. Because by this point, Biden or Trump has just been typhoid marrying all over the damn place. So you can see how bad it must be. Where'd that song go? Let's try another one. It says this one is epic, heavy, and ponderous. Oh, I have the volume down, so I can't. Okay. I hope the mix is good here. I could be screwing this all up. Okay, that's it. Whoa. This is the music that plays in my head when I get into my Prius. I check the mirror for teeth. I mean for food in my teeth. I make sure the airbag is ready and primed. I put on KPFK. I make sure I have adequate quarters and pennies and dimes and nickels. Alright, I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. Probably ruining the video. Alright. Let's get into... Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Look.
Yeah, okay, I want Chris Wallace just... He's just got some flying around him, you know? They're in the world now. This is a good pace, I think. What the hell happened? Oh, this is the tricky music stuff. That one will be like going that way. Doing a little weird curly bit there. Oh, no. Oh, I know. I'll put a bunch on his desk. That'll be funny. And I want one, just one, to go behind his head, like this. Such as so. Nope, that's the start. So start there. Yeah. All right, that song was very epic, heavy, and ponderous. This one, next one is suspense, comma, sneaking. It's kind of like it's going into his ear, which is, I could make that the joke, but I don't really want that to be the joke here. But I've, okay, gotta get rid of, all right. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Fine. Actually, one more. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm getting why I'm not. I knew something was goofy there, so I was reading it. Actually, like behind him, so it needs to be smaller than the other. Okay, you're also at 1, and we'll just delete that one. Wait, no. 2 to 1. Okay, so let's keep you at 1. Oh yeah, and then. Okay, so all of these, no motion. Just straight up already in existence. We'll call this 1.8 and change the color to lavender. And these will, actually, you know what? I do want to do that. 40%. This one will just be on his desk. Wiggling about. That one needs to be a little smaller since it's back. Totally important. 1.3. There it is. And this one will be 2.2. All right.
Vice President Biden, go ahead, sir.
Look, way to open.
Yeah. Shadows would really help those a lot. Oh no, I don't want to move them. Back to just go P position and delete all of those. Turn it off the stop. The stopwatch is no longer blue. You see? Now it means it's not expecting any animations. So, oh, he didn't have a microphone. I was moving one of them around, but he does have a book. Put it right up on the binder. Nah, see if it's. I gotta track it if I'm gonna put it on anything that's moving. So. Scale this bad boy up to. Let's go wild. Let's have fun with this one. Let's make this one 3.4. Oh my god. Oh boy. They're gonna be moving too when I animate him. He's so shadowy. These totally need shadows. Not that one. We can do that quickly and easily though. Alright, so let me just do drop shadow. This is gonna be kind of sloppy, but I don't think real life viruses are big enough to cause shadows. Turn your past. It's just a subtle thing that like that just doesn't. Yeah, they just don't. They don't. Something seems off. I mean, even a shadow that's not perfect, it goes a long way to fix that. Like this one here. Why can't I click on it? I want the shadow angle to be slightly different. How did I miss it? Oh, okay. Shadow angle different. See what I mean? Just a little shadow looks so different. Let's see if I can turn off the shadow all at once. Here. See, I have it selected. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with the shit. I gotta cut it now. That's my there he is. Oh, I got everything selected, that's why. Man. That's crazy. All right. I'm damn, it's just after 9 o'clock and I haven't eaten. I don't think I'm gonna play Rocket League. Maybe a little bit. I want to get used to doing it. All right, sorry, I'm getting distracted. So this shot is what these are above. So this cut here. Okay, so Biden's gonna need some stragglers. I think Chris Wallace needs more flying around him, to be honest. A couple little guys up here. Like, hang on. If this music mix is off, I've totally blown the whole damn video. I'm pretty sure it's on the low end. All right. Okay. This one will not be going behind him, so we need to find. Oh god, everything. Where? Okay, there it is. Why is it disappearing? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I know. I'm on the wrong damn... Ah. Alright, forget it. I'm just going to delete that one. Duplicate. Now let's just make sure we stay on it. Move it first so it's totally... Okay, now we're... Okay. I want it slower. I want it to look like it's kind of like, well, really at the end of the sequence here. So I'm going to see if I can, before I go, I'm going to make sure, I mean, before we switch to Rocket League. Yeah, Yeah, that's a little okay. It's also one way to slow it down is to not tell it to travel so far. Okay. We could do a bunch of those around. I can't believe it's Joe Biden. I can't believe that's the guy the Democrats came up with. This is the system chose this old dinosaur. It's that just. I think this would be an awfully overwhelming thing if it were someone we had tremendous confidence in. I would have a lot of confidence if it was Bernie. It'd be a whole different kind of freaking out, but it'd be more or less, they'd still be screaming socialism like their heads are being chopped off. The only difference is we'd be explaining it constantly, and when people hear Bernie's message, they tend to come on board. Particularly since he comes off as very consistent and honest and authentic, because he is. He certainly is a politician, no doubt about that, but he is a far different kind of person than any other. No, that's not it. Okay, so this one will kind of dive behind it. Oh, that was probably going pretty slow. So how much more stress is it because it's Biden? Probably a good bit, but on the other hand, I could see it being like, it's sort of that thing where you're just already at too much stress. Like any extra doesn't really register so much, but it makes it worse. It does, because Biden has a shitty. I don't need to get into it all right now, but man, it sucks. Okay. Yeah, see, I wanted it to. See the shadows? That really does help. This one, it's moving. It does not need a shadow, but it probably could be. Let's just make that one a little bigger. Make it 3. What a difference. All right, I want to hear the end, so we're gonna render this.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask.
Pause music. Was it? It hasn't played in a while, has it? Some of that music was okay. Yeah, whatever. Hold on. Okay, now that it's rendered, let's do sound, desktop audio. Click and play.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say this.
Vice President Biden, go ahead, sir.
Look, the way to open businesses is giving them the wherewithal to be able to open.
So the way to open business might be. I think that's probably.
I don't wear. I don't wear.
Look closer.
I will say this.
Vice President Biden, go ahead, sir.
Look, the way to open businesses.
That's it, right there. So let's put a marker. Okay, we're gonna end it there. So I honestly have very little to do. But then I got to bring it into Premiere and put a ending on it. I need to make sure. I have these fears that if I don't put a Perfect Union logo or a Winners and Losers logo or something branding it with my work, this could easily be stolen and just used. And I often, when you make something to put online, you think, well, this is obviously going to go viral because I'm doing it and I want it to, and that would feel good. And then of course you learn that doesn't. How you're just, I stopped being disappointed that stuff doesn't go viral after about the 3rd video I ever made 10 years ago or more. But you still have that like hope that something does click on and catch and get some attention, and that people like it and they share it. And this is I'm hoping for that. With everything, I'm hoping for that. It's kind of ridiculous to suggest otherwise. Why else put in this effort? There's other benefits. It's not just a single thing, but I'm rambling. All right, let's so anyway, part of the finishing this is I still haven't quite decided how I want to do that, and I'm going to probably be able to get to that tomorrow. Let's check it on CNN. Actually, I'll
of COVID. Fear is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean it paralyzes you, but
I'm going to put this up with a shrimp window, and you guys can enjoy some of this for a little while I get Rocket League running. So I'm going to give myself a couple-minute break, though. All right? Here goes Anderson.
Other than beyond irresponsible?
Well, as you say, Anderson, it's one thing to say don't let it dominate your life, and that's a reasonable approach. And you think about fear. Let me just give you one set of numbers to think about. When the president was diagnosed on last Thursday, another 40,000 Americans were diagnosed on that same day. And by our best estimates, about 200,000 Americans became infected on that day. Of those 200,000, about 1,000 will die from this. And of those who get the infection from others, they may feel fine, but they may pass it to those who then die from it. Anyone who underestimates this virus is putting themselves at risk, they're putting their family at risk, and they're putting those for whom they have responsibility at risk.
Gloria, Dr. Friedman raises a really good point. I mean, in the 3 nights that he was at Walter Reed, I don't have the actual death toll, how many Americans died of COVID-19, but none of them were receiving the experimental treatments with a team of doctors like this president has had assembled. And again, he's the president of the United States. He should get the best health care, but so should everybody else.
Sure.
His experience is different than every other COVID patient out there.
Well, let me just parse a little bit from his video that he did tonight, because it's sort of stunning to me, and I think it speaks to your point. He said, I stood out front. I led. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. I know there's a risk. There's a danger. That's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. Is he talking about the risk he took in taking the Regeneron drug? Is he talking about the risk he took in the other drugs he's on? Is he talking about the risk he took in going back to the White House and infecting other people?
No, see, I think no. I think what he's doing is he's taking a cue from one of the folks on Fox who I think was the first one to kind of push this idea, and I think they've fully embraced it now.
He's a leader.
That he has willingly sacrificed himself over the last several months because he needed to lead and protect us all from this, and he has taken this upon himself.
Right.
When, in fact, as Maggie's reporting shows, I mean, that is, Maggie, is that, does that seem to be, Maggie, the message they're trying to project now?
There's a couple different messages they're trying to project, Anderson, and some of them, frankly, are in conflict with one another. But one of them is indeed, I was vulnerable because I'm the president. I can't go hide in the basement. That's their line about Joe Biden, and they're also using it here. I had to go show that I was around. And look, there is something to that, right? That as the president of the United States, he can't be out of sight. That's very different because it's always a black or white with him. There's never any in between. And so it can't be, that maybe he didn't have to have that Amy Coney Barrett large event, both outdoors and indoors last weekend, that seems to be at the epicenter of this, that maybe he could have encouraged people to wear masks. He paints it all in all or nothing terms, and he is hoping his supporters will grab onto that. One other thing, Anderson, that they're trying to paint this as is as if this is another in a long line of fights in which the president has been successful. Right. One was against impeachment, one was against, the media. That's not most people's experience with the coronavirus, or everyone's experience with the coronavirus.
And one more thing, Anderson, I spoke with somebody who talked to the president this morning, and he said to me, look, the president sees himself as a warrior. This is one more thing that he has vanquished, and he will defeat COVID, and he's going to take that message to the American people. What I did for myself, I'm going to do for you, and that's how I'm going to bring you the vaccine.
Everyone stick around. We're going to pick this up shortly. Next, one of the people who helped write the HIPAA legislation Dr. Connolly kept falling back on today. We'll talk to her. Later, former White House chief of staff on a West Wing in crisis and under siege from the coronavirus, Leon Panetta, joins us along with infectious disease specialist Dr. Celine Gounder. We'll be right back.
This is what it's like wearing regular shoes. No.
Okay, boom. Get them Skechers. Guys, go to Skechers.com, enter promo code HankyPanky, okay? Let's do it. You'll get a 20% off your next pair of shoelaces. I think Rocket. Oh, crap. Gotta hit the right switcher button there. Here, hang on. There we are. All right, let's get into a couple games of hoops. I'm not even gonna warm up. Meaning, fuck, my USB thing isn't reading it. Okay, I gotta unplug it and plug it back in sometimes. And sometimes I say I do that a bunch. Here we go. Gonna play a little RL. Jump into some training. This is a perfect level of training because I don't play it. Okay, fingers warmed up. I think the desktop audio is gonna be too much here. Hold on, I gotta turn down Rocket League real big. Okay, I think it's low now. All right. If I don't get... All right, it might be totally off. Oh, nice. What the fuck? Why am I... Okay. Takes a little while to warm up, usually. You gotta kind of just make a few mistakes, work out a couple of kinks. Sometimes you feel like you're totally on point, but it really is about being in the right mental mind space. There's... you're playing with other people. That adds a lot of kind of pressure, or meaning, you know, like you're disappointing people. They're good. Humans are better than computers at games still, and especially tactical games like this. So you kind of should warm up, even if you want to protect your rank. Ah, crap, I meant to turn up the volume on the game. And so there's all, I mean, yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to like make a case for it, but oftentimes I don't feel... The guy's name is funny. Chat banned again. Oftentimes I just don't want to take the time to warm up and get going, and that's usually a mistake because you develop some skills that way too. A little practice goes a long way. See, like that was a dumb shot. That was even dumber to do what I did. Sorry, my bad. Not so dumb because there was nobody there to take advantage of it, but it's just sort of sloppy to let just a... Oh, fuck. I was close enough. My bad. But I wasn't all the way enough close. Shrimp are having a blast in there, aren't they? I'm going to let this roll for a little while. Just let the shrimp play on the stream. I feel like that's going to gather an audience or something. Or I don't know about an audience specifically, but I feel like if there were oh, that was my own guy. If there were an audience, and I hope there will be, and I intend to do what I can to try to build one, and it's a odd thing, I guess. I gotta get over it. Been pursuing this career for 10 years. But I feel like the shrimp just has a lot of upsides, a lot of potential upsides as far as just people digging it, just people kind of taking a little, becoming attached, you know, enjoying it. And wanting to see them do well and that kind of stuff. See, my wall game's actually improved since I started a little aerial practicing. But, at least I got the save, and that's what matters. My bad. I feel like I'm playing so badly my teammate will want to forfeit. You can tell when like, you're sucking and you know that they're just, like, doing their best to not try to quit. But I have high hopes about these shrimps. I think that they're kind of, I don't think you're going to see a lot of that on Twitch. I bet I'm not the first person to think of pointing a camera at an animal. Maybe next 2.5 gallon jar of water I'll do a cat. Might be fun. You know, they're cute. They could be enigmatic, mysterious. So yeah, I'm feeling good about having these little shrimpers around. Oh, nice little touch. A little too hard actually. I might have had a little assistance. Sometimes you just break up a guy's shot in exactly the way you think you're hitting it, and you just get his power, essentially. I mean, I don't know if exactly that's how it is, but you're often combining energy, momentums, whatever, you know what I mean? The force that your car plus the other guy's car will often combine, and that's generally what you're seeing when the ball goes flying. You can pinch it off the wall, too, which is similar effect. So yeah, it's fun. That's what you say when you don't want to talk anymore. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do some shrimp animations. I don't even know what yet. I want to have something to do with You know, I want to extract as much value as I can out of their I mean, I really just love having them around, and they're like family. You know, they're family, and I'm grateful every day. Here comes a forfeit offer. Oh, let me get the sound back. Sorry, let me try to. Okay, just a little bit. Then there's like a little. Okay, now you can probably hear it. Very faint. I'm gonna leave it right there. I feel like that's safe. I'm taking this guy's shot. Did I have any right? I'm not even taking it, but the etiquette is supposed to be left guy goes, even though it's not spoken. So I'm less likely to not shoot if I'm on the left. Yeah, this guy's gonna quit. All right, here comes a forfeit. Although some people never forfeit. I tend to see. I will take a forfeit in this case. I will sometimes I will accept a forfeit 85% of the time, probably, because I don't want to play with you either. And it's not even like a personal. It's just like, yeah, you're probably not going to win. But people will definitely forfeit too soon. You can tell it's an emotional choice based on the speed at which it comes up after a battle, a game. And yeah, I've defiantly not forfeited some. Occasionally I will do that just out of, like, I think, wow, I'm telling old Rocket League stories. This was like the other day, I think. Yeah. And I made a mistake and they scored and we were tied 2-2. And the guy's like, I made a mistake, and they, you know, everybody makes mistakes, especially at this level that I'm at. It's just constant mistakes. And so anyway, he wanted to forfeit at 2-2. And it was just like, wow, what? I feel like if we're down by 4 and really not like playing well, like not vibing the shots, get in. Oh, see, that was off. That was the next. That was not luck. I mean, that's not skill. That second touch off the ceiling. I wish I could say it was, but poorly made too. If you're down by 4, I'm almost certainly going to forfeit. 3 is also very tough to come back from, although I've seen it and it's doable. You can get a couple of quick kickoff goals or something. You know, 2 and 1, like you shouldn't. I don't know why you'd forfeit when you're only down by 1. See, got there first, jumped off, sort of just playing the odds. Yeah, so that's kind of how I approach it. Nope. Had a chance if he missed it, but terrible turning by me there. Oh, what nice. Okay, sometimes that might have been his best choice, but now this little corner is one. Oh, you see, that was very well done. I was waiting to see if it went in or not. No, but he nailed it, that guy. This is a tough shot. The ball can only go in the net in a very specific shot like that, or kind of a flukish bouncing off some other player. But generally, you get bogged down in that little armpit. There's probably a name for it. It is kind of an armpit's probably a pretty good name for it. Yeah, but it's also like every position. It just means you have a different tactical, immediate tactical set of needs, right? So you just make up your mind on what you're gonna do. Like miss a shot like that, I'm terrible at aerial shots like that. See, that's how you're supposed to do it. No problem. My bad, nice shot. That's partially the stuff you can do off a wall, that if you have a better wall control. So I'm trying to build my wall game. Build that wall game. Build that Walls Drugs billboard game. Boy, someone's making a killing on those billboards, huh? You ever drive across the country? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Montana, I-90 or 94, one of those two. I've driven from Chicago to LA twice. I've driven Seattle to Chicago once. Seattle to man, that was cool. Orange County, LA and Orange County, and then Chicago. So that was the longest road trip I've ever done. And I did that one by myself when I moved away from Seattle. I feel like I've driven across Chicago to LA more than twice. I did myself. I helped a friend move quite a few years ago. Why do I feel like I've done that once more? I don't know, maybe not. I like a good long road trip. You're okay. Do mostly camping, maybe stay in a nice hotel, take some time. Read some book of old weird road signs to go find. Some cool red Coca-Cola vending machine somewhere, and you say, Mama, this is Americana right here. Let's just enjoy it. And then you get diabetes and litter. And then you go, even more. It's a terrible choice by me there. Not even my play was unhelpful. Look at me. Look at this idiot. Flipping through the air. I was actually close enough to maybe participate in my team's defense, but I wasn't positioned or thinking quite right. Uh-oh. Off the wall. I knew he was going to bump me or something. That messed me up. Oh, this could be... That was all mine had he not done that second touch. Those reverse shots can be nice and fun when you get them in. Just going for just sort of a moving screen. A lot of times I'm just anticipating them and just trying to... Oh, fuck. Like, get in his way and just sort of be a pest. You know, it's like every shot is a potential... You can, up until the moment they kick the ball, you're trying to predict the angle that they're going. Like there, I didn't predict anything really well. I knew there was a guy coming, so I just knew I needed... Oh, man, I thought that was going down. Nice little touch. I can trip him up, at least force him to do something like that. And then another guy comes by and misses. Fuck! God damn it! That's so bad. Yep, that just kind of helped him out. Ugh, should have bumped him. Why did my guy let him? It's alright. As Mike Pence likes to say, Daddy's here. Alright, we're going to maybe win this 3-1. Nice. One for the wives. I always like to make my wives happy in the wives section. In my brain, I think I like to imagine that I'm a Rocket League baseball player, meaning a Rocket League guy. Like, you know, like, and then I got like my fun wife. And I always like to do stuff for her. I'd be like, baby, that home run was for you. I would be a really great baseball player husband. I'd be hilarious. I got nice shoulders. And I would just, everything I did on the field, I would come home and just tell her it was for her. Not an insincere, you know, I'd make it, it'd be one of our, you know, inside jokes. What we'll be calling hubby flubbies. And she'll roll her eyes and go, hubby flubby, and then hand to the face palm. But the diamond ring will be so big that she slices her cheek open. And out will pour a viscous slurry of demonic eels, for I will have married the goddess of the underworld. I've been playing Hades, guys. That's where it's coming from. Or is I may start calling it hankies. Not today. I mean today. Definitely. This is definitely today. That's very today. Literally. Oh, good. Let's do something kind of reckless just for fun. Sometimes you get it lucky off the way you angle your car at the ball, and nice clear. Let's see. No. Now there you go. Maybe. Yes. I almost said thanks. You know, like when someone goes, "Hey, how are you?" and you go, "Thanks." Like you're already like 2 steps ahead of the cashier conversation. Or when they like, "Hey, did you find everything you're looking for?" and you go, "Good. I'm good." I try to have authentic interactions with cashiers and stuff. I tend to be friendly and kind of nice and quick in a charming manner. I want them to know that I don't say it every time. I don't go out of my way to be like, I respect it, you know, but I look them, you know, I say thank you. I think, and I have during COVID said like, I'm sorry you have to deal with all this. This is really tough having to work, you know, and I've said shit like that. And you can just kind of tell that they're used to having such rote conversations with people. Not that I'm the only authentic interaction guy. I'm not the authentic interaction fairy showing up to make their day. But you can sense that people are like, okay, this is a real interaction. I'm giving myself a lot of credit for just being basically nice. Oh God, I totally should have. If I had not missed it, I would have made it in. No, I mean I had an opportunity to get that ball in the way I wanted it. Okay, had to go high, and he made the play. Damn it. My bad. All right, I'm playing one more after this. And then we're going to roll some shrimp while they wreck their food, and put on a little fun music. Fun meaning dark and depressing, and maybe a piano. And I'll leave that up and let it play for a little while. That's going to be a thing. I mean, we'll see. Everything that's going to be a thing right now will definitely be an evolutionary kind of get in there. Boom. See? It's not a beginner move. Get in there. Of course, that's like an easy shot. You know, when I first started playing, I didn't even know you could fly with the rocket. I finally saw someone do it. I think the very first game I ever played is on Suck Professor on my YouTube channel. And, God, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. There's, yeah. So, I saw someone doing it, and I thought they had like hacked into the game, and I was so stunned. And that's just a small example of the way that every layer up you go. Although I've watched enough like of the pros play that I've pretty much seen how pro players are going to play. So I don't know if I'll be surprised by stuff. I'll be impressed for sure. But now that I can do a lot of these moves, oh, see, that was very just fucked with them. Sometimes that's all you need to do. You get stuck going after the ball when really you just need to make sure you prevent them from having a shot. It's kind of how Republicans win elections. Oh, it's going for a bounce. You can really get a lot of lift off that invisible net. So yeah, every time you develop a new skill or see something new, like jumping off the wall well and coming on it, like waiting, giving them a free shot, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But it is you remember those moments in the game. I mean, I don't know it's not like where I was when Kennedy was assassinated. I mean, my God. I was at the soda shop having a malted cherry frosty bev. That was a mistake because I was trying to cut it really close on under. I like how my confidence off the wall is coming together because I really still. Oh, that was a really good shot. We're in forfeit risk here, although I don't think we've been playing so terribly that it. What are some stuff that people, shots off the wall, backwards, shit like that, Now that could have been a nice little poke if I... Ugh, what a horrible... Get it. All right. Something like a get. Not intending to serve it up so nice and pretty for him. Ugh. The ball was in a terrible positioning. I'm sure someone better than me could have gotten that in, but If it's low, you know what to do. If it's kind of high up, you know what to do. If it's sort of at the rim height, you're just a little like, okay, it's almost guaranteed to screw up either direction. Forfeit time. I never offer. I will, man. It's very rare. I don't mind finishing out. It's still practice, I guess. And as long as you're kind of vibing, like this is a bad game I've played, but I'm not feeling like the crappy vibes off of it. There you go. That was nicely done. Keeping the ball up off the hardwood. Not even. All right. I just keep jumping underneath these little wimpy shots. He's just rubbing it in. Nice shot. Shut up, baby. I know it. Snabs gang. GG. All right, one more. I have CNN playing on my other little monitor there in OBS software, and it does not seem... They're showing B-roll of a convalescent old man getting off... Oh, I'm not even searching. Getting off of a helicopter. Looks like a pretty unusual situation. It's a little small. I can't tell who it is. He's wearing a mask. He's walking with a little labor. Slightly labored walking. It'd be funny if he was like meaning like literally just having a small baby. In a way, he is having small babies right now, isn't he? It's what we were animating before. That's why my career doesn't go. I decided to make an animation video. I probably could have gotten the message off with like 10 viruses flying around, but I go for so many and it takes me 4 days. Not 4 full work days, but like maybe a little quicker turnaround. Go, go. So I'm just going to pull back, let them come at the ball, because I knew that I wasn't a good position to go in aggressive on. That ball just wasn't somewhere that hey, oh, going to be like that, are you? I'm all about bumps. I will definitely go for vengeance bumps, but I don't have much of an emotional like dial in on. Some people get all worked up as soon as you hit them. They start freaking out, or often you'll just hit them on accident. You don't even see them coming, and then there's a guy in your way, and you demo them. But I will definitely bump you. I don't know why people argue that demoing and bumping is like unprofessional or unsportsmanlike. I mean, it's in the game. There's a time where you do it too much and you're kind of an asshole about it, but absolutely you should be bumping, and it's really effective. And if I detect someone is like upset, I'll go after them harder because I know it'll get under their skin, or at least that's the math I'm playing. If I'm feeling particularly competitive, but it's also extremely satisfying in a game when you or your teammate hits a shot and then you come in with a nice clear and you bump a guy out of the way or you blow a guy up and it makes it into the highlight cut. That's always like, it's just something inherently satisfying about that. Ugh. I don't know what I was doing there. I should have going at the wall from behind him. This one. Come on. Nice. Just hang out on the wall and be ready. See? That was a risky shot. I mean, meaning like had I missed that, he might have had a go at the net. So you get those double taps just like that, and you can really they don't see it coming, so they're not anticipating it. As you can tell, most of this game, not most, but a big part of this game is just anticipating the other guys, watching the other guys move around. See, I like a good 0-0 tie. A good. I thought I had picked up that boost. Okay. Nah. No way. No way. No way. Oh, I actually may have had that. Oh, that could go in his own net. Whoops. There's the fish explosion. Boom. I got it. Don't worry, everybody. Fuck. See, now he gets divorced. Wife consequences. You know what I'm saying? Or husband. All right. So my guy, I just need to move the ball a little up there. I wasn't hoping. I mean, of course, I want a goal, but I knew my teammate was in a bad position, and I just needed to keep it busy to give him a chance to recover. Not that I'm always thinking that per se, but you that was really well interesting. See, it was. It's like no, actually, that could go. Oh, savage! Nice shot. Let's watch this. That happened so quick. Off the rim. What do they call it? The net. I've never had to describe everything while I'm doing it. That was really pretty. And a giant pile of salmon to take home to Grandma. Oh, what? Just put it up there for you. Jesus, I feel like a dad at a t-ball camp. My God. Oof, brutal. Okay. No, whoa, he still, yeah, I saw him. I knew he was not the best shot there either, but a little hesitation. Go for it. Oh, sorry. I was a little close. I admit it. So like there, it made more sense to hold back and let my teammate get out of the corner and because they weren't neither of them had momentum, and neither of them really had much of a shot. They could have come out. You can always come out with like a good hard shot almost any position. So you always got to be prepared for that, I guess. But that was like all I would have done was also have a bad angle, and then I would have been in the corner with my teammate, and neither of us are in a good position. And then sometimes you can score out of that, but then, it's just I felt like, why am I still talking about a positioning decision I made? Come on. See, I've hit those. Those are fun. That's also where the wall stuff gets better. All right. Wow. What a stream. Ploop, 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 ploop. That's the end of the stream. Get it? Toilet humor. Check out fucking links and stuff. Bum Rush Industries for the woodworking videos. And appreciate everybody listening to this. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've watched it and you've someone who watches my shows or whatever, let me know. Give me a little, hey, Hank, keep doing it or don't do it. So, yeah, let me turn on some shrimp. Let's get it going here. I don't know if it's working or not. So here, oh no, I don't have it centered. I see. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna fix it up real quick. Let's turn on a little music, some centering music, and we're gonna switch it real quick. Hold on. I don't know why it's taking forever. Video capture. Okay. Got it. Video capture device. All right. thanks for watching. And thanks for enjoying the shrimp. And thanks for listening. And thanks for being part of the Winners and Losers, Suck Professor, Bum Rush Industries, Perfect Union, Infinite Clicks, Crushing Inspiration. I got all kinds of silly YouTube projects. I got so many YouTube projects. I haven't even told you about all of them. Some of them are coming. I don't know. They're just, I get these impulses and I follow them. And I'm really enjoying this Twitch stuff. I'm finding it interesting and I'm curious. I might even be live streaming the debate tomorrow, where Kamala Harris and Mike Pence debate. So that could be interesting. Let me load up a nice little soundtrack. Perfect for some relaxed fish feeding. It's not really relaxed, but here, we're going with Small Emotions. All right. Good night, everybody. I love you. You're doing great. Keep watching, keep listening, keep your ears open. Don't believe everything. Tell your parents not to trust the media they consume, or at least to try to trust it less. And take care of yourself. Don't be, take time. Take the time you need. You're important. Your brain matters. Your body matters. You should, it deserves your friendship, even if you haven't done a great job with it. I'm talking to myself as much as you. It deserves to be respected, and maybe together we'll go on a fitness journey as well. That's something else I'd love to do with not to say we fucking get together and touch each other's abs or some shit like that. But I'm gonna try to get in shape. I'm doing a tiny bit more yoga with a little bit more intensity, meaning it's less than beginner yoga, but I'm still doing it. And good night. Here you go. Switch the music. You are gonna be great. Have fun. Goodbye.